Good afternoon. Welcome to today's groundbreaking ceremony and what it is to be our new soccer, rugby, softball, and lacrosse home. It's a great day to be a Bonnie. My name is Steve Bodarsky, and I have the honor of being the head women's soccer coach here and today's MC. If you were at the Hall of Fame inductees speeches, the MC there did a much better job than what I'll be doing today. Since I have been here for the last year and a half, the biggest talking point for our program has been how are things going with the new field. Steve Campbell is over here in the back. I find creative ways to go into his office every single day to find out, hey Steve, what's going on with the new field? And luckily today, I'm pleased to announce that that question no longer has to be answered. And the idea of what if is no longer here. Together, St. Bonaventure has put together the support to build a field that help change our school, athletic department, and community. This project symbolizes the character and will of each and every Bonnie. Hard work, belief, and all heart. A perfect example of that is shown in our first speaker today. Please help me welcome Lily Timlin.
77 days, 19 hours, 20 minutes and counting. This has become my mantra, along with roughly 2,500 students, countless faculty, and alumni. Today is the day that St. Bonaventure takes that giant leap in its commitment to A10 athletics. Last night, I seriously just could not sleep because I was thinking of all the possibilities that await us. Speaking as a lacrosse player and assistant coach for the upcoming season, I am thrilled at the chance to practice outside at 6 a.m. in the snow and temperatures in the teens. Wait, why are we getting into it again? I'm joking, of course. But in reality, this has become a dream of mine since I came to Bonas in 2010, and of my older sister, Daisy, who I was fortunate enough to play beside. Actually, Daisy was so thrilled that even though she lives in Boston, she wanted to come back today to give the speech. She, along with many former athletes, are extremely proud alumni who would give their right arm to play on this turf in front of family, friends, local residents, and Bonaventure supporters. So from the bottom of the Timlin girls' hearts, I thank you. Lacrosse is only one of the sports which will be affected. Rugby, women's, and men's soccer will now also be able to take their sport to the next level. Not only will it improve our athletic performance, but also speaking as a coach, it will increase our ability to recruit Division I athletes from all across the country.
This is something we've been talking about for a long time, and those of you who've been around Division I coaches know they're not patient people. It is definitely not a strength of our coaches. As I said, we've been talking about it for a long time, but they're all here today. Ryan Lynn, Steve Bodarsky, who you heard from before, Mel Mailer, our men's soccer coach, cannot be here today. Clarence Picard, our rugby coach, is also here. We have some trustees, former trustees, who are with us, who have supported this project. Jim Canty, Don Flanagan, they're both here. Ray D., the chair of our board of trustees. Bob Crowley. I'm not sure if Tom Garvey made it down the hill, but we have a lot of our university trustees here, and we thank them for their support. As I said, I had a lot of people to thank, and it takes a village, and this is a great example of how Bonaventure people rallied and have kicked off this first phase of the project. As I said, it's a game changer, and I can tell you, I mentioned Steve Campbell, his phone is ringing because the community wants to be a part of this. The local youth soccer clubs, they want to play out here. They want to hold their camps and clinics, and we're going to have tournaments, doing things to bring more people onto this beautiful campus. What kind of impact does it have on us in athletics? Instead of our soccer team playing a Friday afternoon down at Bradford High School because our field is unplayable, the Bonnies will be under the lights on Friday night right here on campus. Our lacrosse team, instead of having their senior day at Alfred because our fields are unplayable, they'll be able to play here on campus in front of their students, and we can honor our seniors the way we should. And Saturday night rugby, I laugh every time I think about what it's going to be like here on Saturday night with our rugby games, because it is going to be a lot of fun. I know that's going to be a can't miss event for our students. I've got three more folks that I want to thank. The first The first two are Tom and Michelle Marr, and Tom and Michelle aren't here, but they're the best. They're the ones who kick this thing off. Tom's just a normal guy from Jamestown who's been very successful in his business world, his business life, and has been extremely generous. He loves the school, loves athletics. He played baseball here, and if anybody understands the kind of impact that athletics can have on someone's life, I think Tom should be the spokesperson. And Tom and Michelle made a commitment of $1 million that got this thing started. And I think we all know we won't be standing here today if it wasn't for their generosity. And so
We have one more impossible, audacious dream to build. I am completely grateful and humbled by the generosity of the Maras and all who have followed their lead gift, led by our Board of Trustees, in order to see to it that this multi-purpose field is complete in time for the fall season's competition. But please look beyond that. Look to the fence at the end and realize that is not yet done, because the assurance of that funding is not yet in our hands, and we can't spend what we don't have. So I'm asking all of you today to help me, to help us, because I want to be able to say to him one more time, Steve, we're going to do that field too. I want to help us make sure that the women's sports of St. Bonaventure are not seen as afterthoughts in our athletic scheme of things. I want this softball team, which at a tough time in Bonaventure athletic history was for 2 years the top performing academic sports team, NCAA, for the entire country. I want that team to have its field as well. Ladies and gentlemen, today people are driving to a cornfield in Iowa. It drives me crazy because they're driving to celebrate a piece of fiction. We have a real story. Stories. Thousands of stories to tell. A field that represents a deep emotional connection with the way sport imprints our characters and molds the father-son, mother-daughter, coach-player bond. But I do understand that, and frankly, had I had a chance during a visit to Dubuque last year, I would have gone to Dyersville if I had had time. But I don't need that chance because I have a real story to tell. We have it. One that should make people drive along Route 86 or Route 219. And why would they come? They would come to see what a school can do when it knows that its soul must shine in the classroom, in the library, in the chapel, but just as clearly, it must shine and be equal to the demands of life on baseball diamonds, running tracks, tennis courts, golf courses, and any Atlantic 10 arena in the country.